It was 50-50.
And jumping on board first is Andres. So basically with him, he is the cocky player. He's like, I'm the best. You all suck. Watch me kill you. And then we have the cooler head on the team besides 15OL, Brando. He's the order for this team. He's the one that's going to be changing up what he does and really trying to affect the game through mind games more so than brute force. Whereas Superman, we don't know. He's supposedly supposed to be the new star player of this team, and we haven't seen a lot. Whereas this guy, Famous, has been showing up as the backup, and he's had some crucial rounds. It's really on him to pick Superman up and be like, I got your back, man. Let's do this together. And then we have 15OL in the sniper position. This guy is a monster on the sniper. So far, from everyone I've seen this tournament, only Impy is out-sniping this guy on HD.
Wow, that's big props.
Maybe a little biased.
Yeah, a little bit biased. But that's understandable. I mean, as we go through looking at these players in the booths here, looking quite happy, laughing. These players, we haven't seen that much from them over here on the B stage, but yeah, they've been making some noise. I mean, they are a really solid team coming into this. Can you tell us much about their play style going into the map?
Playstyle, they like to feel it out. They are not a very attack-heavy team. They like to really work the map, work their grenades, find out as much information as they can and make a game plan off of that. So they're really adaptive. They're not a team that's like, all right, we're going to do this. We have a set strategy for this. This is how we're going to push. No, they're like, where are they at? They're there? Where are we going to go? Okay, let's do that.
Yeah, okay. So a bit more mid-round play. We won't see straight aggression or straight set tactics. They're not going to commit to anything that they don't like the look of.
Yeah, it really comes down to what this guy can do, Andres. He will set the tone for his team. As you can see a little bit of the cockiness come out. This guy is ready to go.
Yeah.
Every single match, he's like, I got this. We're going to win. I'm the best. And then you have this guy over here like, hey, I'm a guy. I rip everyone's face off with my sniper. It happens. Whereas Andres is a little bit more boisterous. This guy is the silent killer.
Yeah.
And I expect him to really shut down the rotations on subbase on both sides.
Now we're going into Pacific.Macta. Tell us about these team legends.
All right, so we have Bayo, the order for the team, and this guy is really he splits the order with ZYK. These two are the ones that decide what they do and where they go. With Bayo being a little bit more of the feeler, whereas ZYK will be backing up a lot of times. This guy Cram, he's the cocky player of Macta. He's like, no, I'm the best. And I think Ego did play a little bit into what he was doing. It could have been something else.
Yeah.
We don't really know what his decision making was. ZYK did back him up, or at least try to, after he continued to push that way. And then we just saw Revenge on the screen. This guy has been sick with the sniper. Yeah. He is pulling off close range snipes, and I'm just like, I don't know how you just did that. And Aldrin Paul, he's been a solid player. He's been putting up decent stats. He's not been unclutch when he's needed to be. He's dropped some rounds here and there, but he's been a consistent player across the board.
Yeah, as we look at the players in the booth there, Aldrin Paul, the player you're just talking about, the Philippines, these guys, they've done pretty well. I think, they came third in last year in the CFS Grand Finals for 2014. No slouches, so of course they beat Penta, that means, if I'm not mistaken. Penta coming fourth last year?
Yeah. Yep, they beat Penta in the third, fourth place match, and honestly, it was fairly one-sided, actually. Macta kind of crushed Penta in that third, fourth place match. It wasn't close at all. And this is the whole returning team. They haven't replaced any players. They don't have any new blood, like a Turtle that we just saw on Cybercore. This is the team that they had last year, and I'm really expecting them to, if not bounce back completely, I think they're over that lost INDZ.
Yeah, I think, when you look at these guys and you look at their resumes, so to speak, they've got quite a lot of experience under their belts, and the fact that they came third last year definitely speaks volumes for their experience and what they are capable of. So it's probably no stranger to them having maybe not a loss that bad, but I'm sure they've experienced tough losses before, tough disappointments, and when you're a professional player, you need to deal with those disappointments. And now we're going to have a look at the map here. It's going to be sub-base, as we said. It's going to be, it's quite a small map, but lots of interesting ways to fight.
A lot of intricacy on this map, whereas if you see that push through the double doors right there at A, expect the snipers to sit there and snipe through this long hallway and cut off rotations. And expect to see Blacklist push A quite heavily. It's much easier to get A than B. You need some strong coordination for B. As you see this middle push, that can get shut down so easily from so many angles. And the teams really only push that when they're doing flanking opportunities after there's already been kills on both sides. If you see a team push through that middle hallway, it's a complete disrespect slap to the other team. If the Global Risk team doesn't pull off that round, that's a huge insult.
Yeah, and we actually saw INTZ take down Groovy Gaming with a push. They didn't have any nades or anything. They just took that fight as quickly as they could and smacked Groovy Gaming down. It was quite painful to watch, actually. As we see the move through the server room here, it's quite difficult to make this work, I believe, as the attacking side.
Yeah, as the attacking side, you'll see a lot of people feel out through the server rooms. They'll push in there. They'll try and get a pick on a guy sitting on stairs inside of Global Risk B area. Yeah. You'll also see maybe guys get on top of boxes on Global Risk defensive side, or get on top of the light even, as we saw.
Yeah, but that was a really interesting spot.
As we hop into the match, get ready to see hopefully some pushes in the server room. That's the same disrespect that you would see Global Risk doing against Blacklist, as Blacklist could push through middle to do against them. So if you see a team pushing through server room, it'd be very interesting. I feel like it's a good strategy to pull out at least once when you're on Global Risk side, because if you do pull it off, the round's automatically won.
Yeah, all right. And now we're going into the match, the quarterfinal between 3sUP.Carbon and Pacific.Macta. Very interesting and passive setup from Pacific.Macta. We see them starting out on the Global Risk side. 3sUP.Carbon not taking any risks, just getting control of the server room and slowing their progress forward. We see 15OL taking that aggressive fight, maybe trying to get that opening pick for 3sUP.Carbon with Andre into this server room, and they move their way in quite quickly with smokes and flashes. Good forward positioning here from 3sUP.Carbon, taking it quite convincingly, but no shots really exchanged. Brando did take a little bit of fire, but I think that was elsewhere on the map. Andre is all the way up now in this box room.
I feel like 15OL should push up behind Andres and get some picks with the sniper here, as Famous takes a lot of damage on the other side of the map.
Yeah, they've definitely got to do something. It looks like they're just going to leave him there as the lurk, and they're going to make their way back. But Arjun Paul takes down two, actually. Managed to take out ZYK, managed to take out Superman and pay on to Famous. 15OL does get the answer back onto ZYK, but now he's left in a 1v5. 3sUP.Carbon just getting picked apart there by Pacific.Macta.
Yeah, I'm really surprised with that. That was a quick pick apart of what Carbon was trying to do there. I don't agree with that middle push, but we can see 15OL pull some stuff out here. I wouldn't be surprised. He's got the bomb. He's got 25 seconds. If he can get 2 more picks, it looks like he's going to go down here soon.
Yeah, the flank comes in there. Bayo manages to take him down, pushing him back into that B bomb side, and just an unfavorable angle there from for the 3sUP player as we go into the second round. Quite convincing victory there by Pacific.Macta. And we see again just a very similar setup from 3sUP.Carbon going into this next round.
Yeah, I'm looking for 15OL. If Andres gets that position again, 15OL needs to push in there and start getting picks from that position. He's got long sight lines. He's got the sniper. They're playing very back on Macta. He can pick off those guys sitting down the bottom of the ramp or in the cage. I feel like if they get that push in again, he really needs to push up and not go middle like they chose to rotate there, and it got shut down by Macta.
Yeah, it looks like 3sUP.Carbon just playing a bit more passive again, trying to work out what's going on. They did push Andre up into that room. Superman taking a hit there from Revenge, I think it was. Very close to, very lucky to survive, I think, taking quite a lot of damage. But he does survive and get the information for his team, as we see Revenge and Bayo trying to do a sneaky boost here into the vents, it looks like. Not quite able to get it to work. Quite difficult to do that in this game. And we see Revenge did take some damage, so wasn't all one-way traffic there against 3sUP.Carbon. But Pacific.Macta playing so passively set up, and you know, it seems to be working for them at this point. 3sUP.Carbon not really knowing exactly how Pacific.Macta are holding, struggling to know exactly how to execute. They do have this forward position, but it's interesting. You said that, you know, it's more common for teams to go towards A. It looks like they're trying to go towards middle and B a bit more, and that might be a questionable play.
Yeah, it's so far it's questionable that we have only seen one round of it. It seems like they have a plan for going towards B as Bayo takes down Brando and ZYK takes down Andres. It doesn't look like it's working out so far.
Yeah, we see Famous and 15OL though. They do manage to answer back. 15OL with the 2-kill. Bayo does go take down Famous. 15OL missing an important frag in a 1v2. If he does get this kill onto Bayo, that might be all it is. Oh, he gets stuck on the wall there. Manages to somehow dodge the bullets like Neo, making his way back into the bomb site, but no, Cram shuts him down, rips his face clean off.
I feel like 15OL choked a little bit there. He had two pretty easy snipe shots. One on a not moving target that he missed, and that's rough. I hope that doesn't hurt his confidence, because that's a tough round to lose right there. Even though they brought it back from what looked like a bad position, down 5-2 from the early outset of those picks.
Yeah, very convincing rounds from Pacific.Macta. 3sUP.Carbon not looking so hot in these opening rounds. It looks like they're going towards A now, which is a bit more common and a bit easier to do. We do see Revenge and Bayo trying to do that boost or that just jump to look into that vent room again. Cram's playing quite forward. He's going to get rushed down. Get taken down by Andre. And now Andre takes down Revenge as well. Bayo is left alone in this side. He does manage to answer back onto Andre after he gets those 2 opening frags. But it looks like 3sUP.Carbon now have the bomb site. Grenade goes out. Brando goes down very low. Famous as well is very low. So it's still possible now for Pacific.Macta. But no, Superman takes down ZYK. And Bayo and Eldritch Paul trying to come back into the side. Superman back onto Adrian Paul. They know where Bayo is in this 1v4. I don't think he can do this. It's going to be far too difficult. There's too many players left alive. But he's going to go for it anyway. I mean, what else can he do? Superman with a jumping shot, showing why he's called Superman there, getting that kill. And 3sUP.Carbon getting on the board.
Yeah, with that A push that is more standard on this map. Honestly, it was by the book A push. They pushed in as a 4-man team on the stairs. They took out the guys they needed to take out on the bomb site, on the bomb site, and really now they're back to the B side. And I'm questioning this a little bit because that hasn't worked. Not only has it not worked, it wasn't even close to working.
Yeah, we do see Pacific.Macta playing a bit more aggressive now towards B, so maybe Andre can catch this guy out here. But it's definitely going to be difficult for him, as you said, because there's just so many angles to check, so many positions that the global risk players could be in when you go towards B. So it's much more simpler to go towards A, and it looks like that is what they're going to do. They're just making that presence towards A before going back to B. And this could be exactly what the doctor ordered. But we do see Famous just spamming through a wall there, but unfortunately won't hit its mark. And it's interesting to see that 15OL plays quite passive with that sniper rifle, just waiting for someone to step into his crosshair and step into the trap that he set for them, but not quite enough. I mean, yeah, it looks like 3sUP.Carbon are going to go towards A. And what do you think about this, Legend? Good play?
They're playing a little bit too passive for my likes. 15OL is in the correct position to cut off flankers or rotators, rather.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't know that they feel like they know what they should be doing right now. They should push the stairs again. It worked very well last time, and it seems to be that's what they're doing. So hopefully we see that in the next few seconds, that they're going to push out through A. As 15OL takes a little bit of damage.
Yeah, we see Revenge there trying to dodge that grenade, and the perfect push from 3sUP.Carbon. Brando managed to get onto Revenge before Cram answers back onto Brando. They need to get into this bomb site to shut this down. Bayo manages to take down Andre. Superman back onto Bayo. ZYK manages to get 2 kills, taking down 15OL and Superman. Famous is left in a 1v2 now with 30 seconds left. He's coming down the ramp onto this site, but he can't get the kill. ZYK takes him down. I think that was 3 kills in the round for ZYK. Huge play from the Filipino player.
Yeah, great positioning right there from Pacific.Macta. I don't think Carbon was ready for where those players were at, and they didn't respond to it very well at all.
Yeah, seemed to be. Oh, and Revenge taking the aggressive peek onto 15OL. I think maybe that's what 3sUP.Carbon was expecting. They seem to have done their research. That's why they're taking that server room control early. But Revenge punishing it while on 15OL, who went onto that other side to try and hold that passive angle.
And I really feel that with that pick, Pacific.Macta is in a great position on this side. Carbon doesn't have the backup they need from their sniper to push into A, so they're going to have to try and do this B push now. Looks like they're going to send 2 through server room, 2 through middle. I'm not expecting this to do much. Andres is almost dead already.
Yeah, Andre taking a lot of damage there. He's very lucky to get away with his life, and there it is. ZYK takes him down. 5v3 in favor of Pacific.Macta now. And the American players, very spread out. They look a little bit uncoordinated. I gotta say, it's a shame to see getting picked off so early with no real punishment done to Pacific.Macta. They haven't taken a point of damage yet. And just as I say that, ZYK gets tagged up quite a lot. He's probably lucky to get away with his life there. Superman doing quite a lot of damage. Revenge missing the shot at the Superman. Superman doing
Revenge
a lot of damage,
shot.
but getting taken down by Revenge. Brando does manage to get 2 kills, but it's just not enough.
Not enough. Revenge with the great shot on Superman right there. That was all Carbon could really do with their sniper going down so early, was to try that B push, but it doesn't feel like they have a very good game plan so far. As we see this server room push, which I've been waiting for from a Global Risk, this is disrespectful by Pacific.Macta, and now that they have the position, Carbon's only choice is to go on to A.
And I think, yeah, they realize it straight away and make the play. But 2 of their players have already gone down. Revenge manages to get the 3rd onto Ardre. Famous doesn't answer back onto Cram. Revenge takes down Brando. Now Famous is left alone in 1v4. This is just dirty by Pacific.Macta, embarrassing 3sUP.Carbon on this round.
That was a double deagle kill from Revenge while up top versus 2 rifles. That was a disrespect round.
That's gotta hurt.
That's a disrespect round right there. They did the server push, which I said would be a disrespectful push. And they're just feeling like they're the better team right now, as Famous gets tagged a little bit to start this round off again.
Yeah, it looks like the match versus the Brazilians has not affected the confidence of Pacific.Macta at all. They've come here to play, and they've come here with a plan, and they're executing it beautifully. 3sUP.Carbon, on the other hand, just unable to correctly read what Pacific.Macta are doing, and it's costing them round after round and player after player. And it looks like we will see finally 3sUP.Carbon try and do this split onto A, which we saw Hidden do so well against Russian Legends. And just as I say that, yeah, they do manage to take down Bayer, and now they must know that Revenge is sitting here because he boosted his teammate up to take that fight. And they're just going to slow down now to feel out, seeing exactly how Pacific.Macta respond to this aggression.
As Superman takes a lot of damage from that grenade from Revenge. If Revenge gets pushed, though, they have the A control now. 2 guys through vents, 1 guy through middle.
Yeah, they need to kill this guy on the side, though. He needs to go down. Cram playing in the corner. There it is. But elsewhere on the map, ZYK manages to take down 2, and he regain control of that vent room. Huge play by ZYK, and now it's a 3v2 in favor of in favor of 3sUP.Carbon, sorry. And they've got the A side, which is, of course, much harder to retake, especially when you're a man down.
Yeah, exactly. Well, ZYK has been on fire. As he gets taken down by Andres right now, this round is most likely over, yeah.
Yeah. Aldrin Paul there, he does manage to get the kill onto Superman before being traded out. And Pacific.Macta getting a much-needed round on the board.
Yeah, you see Carbon, they don't look too phased from their hole they're in right now. They look all right. And before that round right there, that was a good push by them. They played it slow. They got the picks they needed to do. They pushed in together as a team, took control of the site, and it was the first round that looked coherent by them, really.
Absolutely, and we see now that a very similar setup that 3sUP.Carbon seems to run straight out of their spawn with 15 OL towards that A side while his teammates play in that server room, getting control of it and working towards vents as well in the middle. Now they're coming back to reinforce him with Brando and Famous, and they're going to retake this A area, but little do they know Revenge is waiting for them on in this middle, and he hears them pass and communicates the information, does a little bit of damage with a grenade there. Now this is going to be really tough for 3sUP.Carbon because they seem to have been read like a book by Pacific.Macta. Cram getting into this sneaky position behind the wall again in preparation for them. But no, they're going to try and sneak up mid, it looks like. Going towards A. Famous gets the opening kill on a ZYK. Famous onto Bayo as well. Great 2K from Famous, opening the round up for his team. Superman takes down Aldrin Paul, and now it's gone all the way of the Americans now. 5 versus 2. Cram and Revenge, they've got it all to do coming back into this. This might be the 3rd round for the American side, getting that bomb down at B.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Carbon take this here. A 5v2 situation is very rough for Macta to be able to do anything from here, especially with Revenge on the sniper. All he can hope to do is get a pick or 2 and Cram do the 1v3 because their setup is ridiculous. As he switches out to the rifle, but he goes down right away right after that.
Yeah, and Superman cleaning out Cram. A perfect round from 3sUP.Carbon, not losing a single man. That's much better, much more of what we expected, really. I mean, but it was 5-1 at one point, and 3sUP.Carbon winning these 2 rounds back to back, very important for them going into this first half. They really need every round that they can get on this blacklist side so that they can, they have time to make mistakes and rounds to play with going into the global risk side.
Well, very interesting push last round, too, from Carbon. They went through middle after faking the A. They smoked it up. They naded it up. They made it seem like they're going to go down the stairs. And then they made a very fast rotation to middle and pushed into B from middle after getting those picks.
Yeah, I think that was the smart call. They realized that it had been telegraphed that Revenge spotted them playing in this side hallway, at this middle hallway, rather. And they made the right call saying, they probably think we're going to go away, so let's just go back to mid. And it worked out for them. And now it seems like we're going to see that round... a similar round to what we saw with the 2 players pushing through vents, one through B to A, and then the other 2 down that A ramp. Bayo's going to spot this, and he actually, and this is going to be really hard now for 3sUP.Carbon because they've been telegraphed. Ooh, that grenade absolutely tanks the damage. Superman does manage to take down Bayo now. And now they've got control of that vent room, and they're going to be pitching onto the A side. 15-0L takes down Cram, and this is a great round from 3sUP.Carbon, keeping it interesting now. 5v3, 15-0L. Huge shot out to Cram, keeping his team in this famous just around the corner from Aldrin Paul. And he's going to manage to take down Revenge. Aldrin Paul not trading to his teammate there. He does manage to get the kill onto Famous, though. Famous maybe getting a little too aggressive, but I don't know if Pacific.Macta can do this. Pushing down that ramp from the vent room is just so hard. ZYK trying to come from the other side, but it's not going to work. He gets taken down by Andres, and yeah, there we see 15-0L picking up that AK, taking down Aldrin Paul. Another great round from the Americans, getting them back into this.
Wow, what a great comeback by 3sUP.Carbon. We're down 5-1. 5-1. It looked over. The match looked over, and they brought it back to 5-4. They got to be feeling great winning those last 3 rounds in very convincing fashion. It wasn't like they were squeaker rounds. It was a 5-0, 4-0, and 4-0.
Yeah.
This is very, very, very close match now, and I feel like Macta might be a little shaken again. Is it a little IMTZ hangover? Or
Yeah, this is going to be difficult for them, I think, to bounce back from that. It's got to definitely hurt. Like they're like maybe in the back of their minds, the thought is just playing on them. Oh man, it's happening again. And we see a very similar setup now. We got Revenge here moving into this server and getting control of it with a teammate backing him up while the rest of his team slowly move towards A in those side halls. We do see Smokes go down, and Brando and 15-0L playing quite aggressive here on the A hole. I kind of like this. Hoping to catch someone off guard maybe, but no. Pacific.Macta playing quite passive.
Yeah, they're playing really far back. They're trying to feel out what Carbon is doing. Carbon is playing pretty far forward, but it's pretty standard. They can fall back into standard positions very quickly from where they're at. And honestly, I expect this round to go in Carbon's favor, as Pacific.Macta is probably just trying to feel them out right now. And typically that kind of thing goes in the global risk favor, but maybe Macta has the A push down. It looks like that's what they're going for, and they're probably going to end up doing the 4-hole push, but let's see what 15-0L does here to stop it.
Yeah, I like that he's taking this aggressive angle. Maybe Pacific.Macta won't be expecting it. They're sort of just playing quite passive, hoping that 3sUP.Carbon will push into the setup, but no dice whatsoever. 3sUP.Carbon playing very passive, except for this aggressive angle by 15-0L, just supporting. He has got a player there next to the stairs supporting him, so I really feel for Pacific.Macta. I feel like they're going to fall into a trap here. Superman managed to take down Revenge. They traded on Dodge and Paul. You would see the shot come out there. Brando does take down Bayo before Cram answers back. Now Cram's going to have to fight it out with 15-0L. He's reloading his Deagle. He's still taking that fight. Cram does take him down in the end. Andres onto ZYK, but Cram's left alone in 1v3. He took way too long to get that frag, and now 3sUP.Carbon have responded in kind. Now Cram is left alone with 18 HP. I don't think he can do this, even though he has the bomb.
No, he doesn't have much of a chance here. There's 3 players sitting up, waiting for him to come around that corner. They're going to pinch him as soon as he tries to do anything. He's going to try to put the bomb down in here pretty soon, and they're just going to swarm him as soon as he does that. They're going to come from 3 different angles. He has almost 0 chance in this situation. It's rough. But, you never know. That's why we play the game, and we'll see what Cram can do here.
It is the more difficult bomb site to retake, and he's got that playing in his favor, and maybe he can take some smart angles trying to isolate them in a 1v1 with these fights, and if he hits his shots, hey, the impossible could happen, and that could be exactly what Pacific.Macta need. So we got to watch here as as the bomb's ticking down. 3sUP.Carbon taking way too much time trying to get in here, but no, Superman takes him down, and just unfortunate for Cram there. He was a little too slow on the trigger maybe, and too low health as well.
Yeah, he tried his best there. He got it down to 17 seconds to go. They had a really close chance to bring it out in a 1v3 situation and try and be the hero. A lot of players want to be in that situation. I think Cram's one of them with his attitude. But 3sUP.Carbon ties up the match now. It's 5-5. It's anyone's game again.
Yeah, 3sUP.Carbon, I think they've won actually the last 5 rounds in a row now, or for the last 4 rounds in a row, yeah. So that's definitely going for them. Pacific.Macta, yeah, you got to wonder how they're feeling, what the emotion like is in that booth down there on the B stage, because I feel like it could be definitely playing on them that, you know, maybe this is becoming a theme for them, losing 5 rounds in a row.
Yeah, this is terrible for them. I don't expect them to come back from this mentally. They've not only lost 4 in a row, they've lost them convincingly. These have not been rounds that it's like, oh, it could have gone our way if something would have happened. No, these are rounds where we got stomped. What do we do?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to you know, to put that stuff together, I guess. You can't exactly convince yourself, hey, look, we just got unlucky, or oh, if we did this slightly faster, it would work. There was nothing really going for them in those rounds. You know, you didn't see much out of Pacific.Macta in those rounds. 3sUP.Carbon dictated the pace of every one of those rounds, even on the global risk side.
Yeah, they had the better setup. They killed on the flankers on the other side of the map, and the ones who pushed through got wrecked, pretty much picked apart. And of course, they 2v2'd out of that and brought it down to a 3 versus 1 situation, but that's not enviable. That's not where you want to be.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, they're playing quite slow once again. Looks like they are going to go for this A play. 15 OL once again set up here with the sniper rifle. He doesn't have a teammate with him this time. Revenge actually elsewhere on the map takes down Andrej. On the B side, it looks like. So they're actually, looks like they're trying to do sort of a split onto B, maybe based off of that pick. And we see ZYK trying to take this fight. He can't quite get it. He does eventually take down Famous. Famous had no idea what was going on there. Superman takes down ZYK in return. Aldrin Paul back on the Superman. Brando back on the Aldrin Paul. And now it's a 3v2 in Pacific.Macta's favor. The bomb is down. And that aggressive play by Revenge and his teammate managed to take a few kills at B, and I think that caused the rotates off the A bomb side. So we saw a shining light there. Brando does manage to get a kill back onto Revenge, so it's still a 1v2, but I don't know if he can win this. He's just run out of time now. He's got to really start moving, and yeah, now he knows it. Bayo and Cram so far away from the bomb side. I don't know. Maybe they can't even stop this defuse if it goes through. No, they can. They will manage to get that kill. A much better round for Pacific.Macta there, it looked like, as the bomb explodes and takes them out.
Brando a little slow there to finish up the round, but yeah, Pacific.Macta doing what I wanted 15 OL to do on the other side. If you get that server room control, if you push through, Revenge goes there, sits, and waits for a pick across the map. He's going to win that. He's going to win every time with the sniper in those long-range situations. So, very good by them. Don't expect that to happen too much, and I don't expect Famous to not understand there's a guy above him in Vince the next time that happens, and maybe he'll be able to win that fight.
Yeah, this is quite interesting from 3sUP.Carbon, changing it entirely. They got Brando, 15OL, and Andrej all using sniper rifles in the setup. And there we see 15OL getting that opening pick. Bayo not seeing that coming at all, just as you said. That's a great opening frag. And now Pacific.Macta are a man down on the less favored side. 3sUP.Carbon with 5 rounds. This could be their 6th.
I feel like the 3 sniper is an answer to what just was successful for Macta. They're like, okay, if they're going to send a sniper through server room to that spot, let's counter him with a sniper. And let's have another sniper backing up that sniper. And we'll see if it works, but so far it's worked. 15 OL and Andres picking off 2 players so far, and Bayo and Aldrin.
Yeah, that's great work there from Andre picking that kill up. You know, these 3 snipers doing some real work for 3sUP.Carbon, showing that they're not a one-trick pony at all. They've got some depth to their play, some tricks in their book. Revenge, ZYK, and Cram. Looks like they are going to try and push onto B here. This might be difficult. There's Famous underneath. Brando takes down Revenge. Famous takes down Cram, and now it's all up to ZYK. He does manage to get the kill onto Andres, but it's in a 1v4 now. And yeah, there, Brando takes him down with I think that was the 2nd kill for Brando in the round.
Is that 5 snipe kills in 1 round?
Yeah,
only snipes?
I think there was one rifle kill, but still 4 snipe kills. You could tell that Pacific.Macta, they're probably thinking, okay, the snipe's here. We don't have to worry about the snipe being anywhere else. Nope, there's another one. Oh, okay, so they got 2 snipes. That's okay. I killed that guy, so it's all right now. Nope, there's another one. So just absolutely playing into 3sUP.Carbon's hands there. A great trick to win that round, you got to say, but can it work again? I'm not so sure. Pacific.Macta just have to be careful of it.
And it looks like the mind games have worked off as Pacific.Macta is getting geared up for an A push here, and they are worried about 3sUP.Carbon have those 3 snipers, and Carbon has 0 snipers this round, so we'll see if those mind games pay off for Carbon, as Pacific.Macta is really questioning where to go right now. They're sitting around in middle. They're like, okay, guys, where should we push? I am so confused.
Yeah, 3sUP.Carbon showing their versatility, really, being able to pick up 3 snipers, make it work, and then go back to 5 rifles, keeping it fresh, keeping Pacific.Macta on their toes, keeping them honest. This is going to be quite hard for Pacific.Macta, and as you said, look, Bayo is absolutely, he's way too tentative trying to get into those events. He's just like, I don't know, man, I don't think I should do it.
He's like, guys, I'm not going to push Vent.
Yeah,
It really feels like the whole team's doing that right now. They're wavering between A and B. It seems like they're going towards B right now, but they're really not committing to anything. They have their 2 players that have been going there quite often.
ZYK and Revenge, yeah, they are getting control of this forward room, which does definitely help them. Bayo, elsewhere on the map, does take down Superman. This is the trigger for all these players to go. ZYK takes down Andrew, Karam takes down Famous, and Revenge takes down Brando, leading 15 OL and a 1v4. Frags go out way too quick, force 3sUP.Carbon to do anything about it. Pacific.Macta pinching on that bomb site perfectly, and now 15 OL has got it all to do with this rifle. It's going to be really difficult for him, and Revenge takes him down, supporting his teammate there from behind.
Good push by Macta right there. That didn't seem like they had a plan for what they were doing, but they got the picks they needed to start off. They had the mid-hallway guy win his fight in Bayo, and it set it up from there. If that mid-hallway fight goes their way, they can push out from there, because all the players on B are going to be worrying about that mid-hallway, not the push from behind.
And we do see 15 OL up here in the vents again, trying to get another sneaky pick onto Macta, but we can see that there's no players actually towards there just yet. They're more stacked towards that A once again, just hoping to catch someone off guard, someone out. And this is really tense now, 7-6 in Macta's favor. And we do see 15 OL again taking down Revenge. He had the sniper, he was going to fight him, expecting him to be there, but 15 OL too quick on the trigger, takes him down. And now Pacific.Macta with the disadvantage. 3sUP.Carbon looking quite strong going into this round. Pacific.Macta still have a lot of time to work with though.
Yeah, and it seems like they're going to try their B push again. This has been working out for them better than their A pushes so far. And I feel Carbon's giving them too much room. They're letting them into the vents right there, and they're letting them have too much free reign on that side of the map, and it's coming back to bite them as it's now a 4v4, and their positioning is equal. It's equal footing right now.
Yeah, ZYK getting that kill. 15 OL does manage to take down Bayo though as they're pushing into this bomb site. Famous has a lot to do, but no, ZYK once again taking him down, getting these entries onto the bomb site. Brando does take down Agent Paul in return, but ZYK again, 3 kills going into this round. Cram does take down Brando as well. Superman onto ZYK. It's a 1v1 now. Cram versus Superman. This is going to be tough. Cram doesn't have the bomb. Now he's got it, and he's got the option to plant, but he has a lot of time to play with. He is considering pushing Superman there, but no, he puts the bomb down, makes the safer, less risky play, and now forces Superman to come to him. This is so tense, and a very important round here. 3sUP.Carbon could tie it up, or it could be up to Pacific.Macta. They're fighting back and forth with 30 seconds left on the clock. It's ticking down now. Cram peeking back and forth. Superman getting grounded.
With
he gets the kill. Huge headshot. Takes him down, and that's going to be another round for 3sUP.Carbon. That's really going to help them going into this last round, last 2 rounds of the half.
Absolutely huge 1v1 right there. That is possibly the deciding point in this match, as we are all tied up at 7-7 once they update the score. This is it. This is all the marbles, and they just won the round they needed to win. If that was a loss, they're now down 8-6, and a lot of the morale is out. I am, woo, Superman.
Yeah, this is very exciting. You got to say, Pacific.Macta and 3sUP.Carbon playing really well right now. Both teams not willing to give an inch, and it's coming down to the wire in that 1v1. Now 3 rounds left until we know the outcome of this game, whether we're going to go into overtime.
It's quite possible. I wouldn't be surprised to see an overtime here, and that would mean Carbon back on blacklist, where they seem to be having a lot more success at the end. So we'll see how it goes if it goes to overtime. But right now, both teams need to be focused on executing what they've been doing well and not get down to the round we had last time. That situation is always iffy in a 1v1. You really want to execute your game plan better and have it the 2v1 or the 3v1 situation to close out the round.
Yeah, we see Famous and Andre playing quite aggressive this time, not giving it up to Pacific.Macta, Revenge and ZYK. It looks like they are going to push in here, and they're going to take the fight. Andre takes him down. Andre gets the second onto Revenge. Beautiful kill. Famous drawing the fire there for his teammate to get those kills. And now it's a 3v5 in 3sUP.Carbon favor. This is going to be really hard for Pacific.Macta to get back into this round. The rest of their team, you know, with that B push that Revenge and ZYK, they were doing that every single round pretty much, and they never met any resistance. 3sUP.Carbon reading that that's what they had to do.
Well, I was so surprised that they hadn't given them resistance because that was all of Macta's success so far as we see the A push happening. And I'm glad that they responded to it as Andres takes down Bayo right there. They're now in a 5v2 situation. Even though the bomb's going down, I feel like this is Carbon's round, and Macta needs to be discussing after what happens, what do they do, because this is match point.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard for Cram to hold this off. He does
Cram
manage to
with
get
the
three kills. Huge 3K from Cram. 50-0 does manage to take him down. Oh, Aldrin Paul does manage to I just couldn't close that round out. Huge effort from Cram, though, with that 3K. That was really close there, showing that they still have it in them to win these rounds, even when they're down 5-2.
15-0 answering right back, though, taking down those two at the end, Aldrin Paul and Cram. And that was a very close to being a 2v5 win for Pacific.Macta. Carbon now is in great position to take this match.
Yeah, only 2 rounds left for them. Pacific.Macta have to get the 3. It's going to be very hard for Pacific.Macta. 3sUP.Carbon just managed to find an answer for pretty much everything that Pacific.Macta throw at them. 3sUP.Carbon playing really well. We see 15-0 again going into this event. Bayo, don't do it, man. It's not going to work out for you, buddy. It's really not. 15-0 has hit the shot every single time he's taken it. I really don't want to see it happen again. I want to see Pacific.Macta bring this back, but it doesn't look like it's. You know, Revenge has taken quite a bit of damage already. Brando as well, though, has taken damage. And it doesn't really look like 3sUP.Carbon have the read exactly on what Pacific.Macta are going to do. But we do see they have a player sneakily playing under the stairs in that box room, you know, on the global risk side of the server room, playing quite passively. And he'll probably catch them out if they do try and go back to that bread and butter B split that they seem to love.
It seems like they're pushing a little more towards A right now, and Famous is in a better position to cut that off, and they're not challenging as much as he and Andres were last time. But we'll see what happens with this A push. They're inside A at this point. They have full control.
Yeah, maybe a little slip from 3sUP.Carbon. Superman's going to be so important here. If Revenge picks him off, then this is going to be a completely open bomb site for Pacific.Macta. And there it is. Revenge takes him down, and now they've got the bomb site. This is going to be really hard. A 5v4 retake.
15-0 with the snipe on Cram, though, trying to rotate over with his team.
Yeah, great kill. That definitely helps. Bayo does open it back onto Famous. Bayo with 2. Taking out Brando as well. 15-0 does answer back onto Bayo. This is going to be really hard. Revenge takes out 15-0, and now it's Andrej alone, and he goes down again. Revenge. Huge 3K, opening that bomb site up and then cleaning it up at the end, keeping his team in this game. Pacific.Macta, how do you like that?
Really great round by Revenge. That was keeping his team alive in this tournament. Like he had the one job to kill Superman there and open up the site for his team, which he did. And then he cleaned it up by really covering that site perfectly for the bomb plan to go down, and also for them to just take the round with convincing fashion.
Yeah, a little bit of a slip there from 3sUP.Carbon, leaving Superman alone in that site in such a passive angle. Just too easy for Pacific.Macta, really. You really hope that 3sUP.Carbon can shake that off and keep their heads in the game, because they absolutely need it. It's down to the wire now. This is their tournament life on the line, as it is for Pacific.Macta. We've got a game on our hands, Legend. This is going to be big.
Absolutely. This is continuing the tradition of today so far of really close games. And in best-of-1 situations, this is so rough for these teams, because both teams are going to know that if they did 1 or 2 things different, they would be moving on to the semifinals.
Yeah, it's going to be absolutely crushing. I mean, Hidden and HG, that's the only exception to the rule. Every other game has been close today, so it's really going to be close going into this. 15-0 taking a little bit of damage early, and you got to ask yourselves, What can Pacific.Macta do here that's different? I mean, I think they got a little bit too lucky on that last round, and you got to hope that 3sUP doesn't look like they're going to make the same mistake again. They are stacking 2 on that A side, maybe thinking Pacific.Macta are going to make the same play, but no, they're going towards B. They're going back to that old B split that works so well for them, and I think 3sUP.Carbon has given up this aggressive position again. Maybe this is going to be another gunfight here. No, they actually have given up this room, this box room. Andre and Fame is trying to hold it within the side, and this might be their downfall. Because we saw how good ZYK is at moving into that side, getting those entry frags, and here he goes again. Revenge and Eldritch Paul does take down Brando and Superman actually on the other side of the map. ZYK does open it up on Eldritch before being traded out by Famous. 15-0 onto Revenge and Bayo onto Famous. Now 15-0 is left alone. This is another round for Pacific.Macta. I don't think 15-0 can do this in this 1v3.
And we see 15-0 pushing in. Bayo is coming around the side of where he's trying to snipe right now. I don't think they need to challenge him. There's no need. They know he's on the sniper. They shouldn't be poking out at all. They should just be sitting on corners, waiting for him to move in. He can't take any of them in a close-range fight.
A near miss there by 15-0, but Algernon Paul cleans them up, and that's the 9th round for Pacific.Macta. We might see overtime here as 3sUP. You know, they really need to bounce back here. They have the tools. We've seen they can play really well on that CT side. Maybe we'll see that 3 sniper setup once again.
I feel it's a huge mistake for them to give up the server room push again. Every time they've given that up, they've lost the round.
Yeah, it seems like they're a bit tentative to play 2 on A and then play, play setup in that room before the server room. It's good to see that they're doing that now. But when Pacific.Macta read this last round, they knew that there was only 1 on A. And again, Superman's left alone here on the side. If he goes down to Revenge, that could be it. But I don't think Revenge realizes Superman's right there. If he peeks around the corner, he's going to take down Revenge. And there it is. Superman takes down 2 as well. Takes down Graham. And now it looks like it might be overtime. Superman taking down those 2 kills.
Absolutely humongous by Superman, who is hanging on by the skin of his teeth. This guy has 0 health pretty much.
Yeah, Superman's
but he's
a ghost
pulled
right
off
now.
the 2 kills that matter. And honestly, this looks like it's going to overtime.
This is going to be really close. I mean, Pacific.Macta still have a chance in this round. They're rotating the bomb over towards B. Andres and Famous haven't been great at holding that. So maybe if ZYK can get in there and open it up like he's been so good at doing, this might be the end. This would be heartbreaking for the Americans to lose it here. They just need to, play smart and close it out.
Play smart, play together. You have the number advantage. You just need to be in a position where if your teammate's getting shot, you need to be shooting them from the opposite angle. Don't stack up on each other, and they should have this pretty clean.
Yeah, it looks like they might actually be getting the read as Famous actually, he's in trouble. He gets taken down by Bayo running into the side. ZYK as well running in. Bayo with two more kills, taking out Brando and Andre. 15-0 and Superman left alive in a 3v2 now. Bayo with that huge 3K, keeping them in this round. Superman now, oh my god, Bayo's a hero. He takes down those 3 American players. Superman's on no health. 15-0 with that sniper rifle. This is going to be an incredibly hard retake. ZYK takes down Superman. Now it's all on 15-0 for the match. He does manage to take down ZYK. Can he do this in this 1v2? Coming back, Ultra Paul is quite low, but Bayo is waiting for him. 15-0,
huge with 2 snipes.
Huge flick by 15-0. Now it's Ultra Paul in a 1v1. Can he do this? Keep his team in it, and he does. Ultra Paul winning the match for his team. Bayo, that huge 3K. Unbelievable. Pacific.Macta in a 3v5 deficit.